Let me tell you about the most awkward conversation I ever had with my dad. Was in 1996, right after we got AOL. Because the first thing I thought to do when we got AOL was to create a screen name, log into a sex chat, and pretend that I'm a woman. Fair enough. Is that what you did when you were in 7th grade? No? I just didn't know that you could be reported on a sex chat, and as a result, your dad would receive an email with quotes as to why you were reported on said sex chat. And like I said, I was in 7th grade, so this is like mostly, third base rhetoric, nothing too hardcore. But I remember doing this on a Friday night, solo sleepover, as I called them back then. And the next morning I came downstairs and I sat down at the breakfast table, and all my dad said to me was, "Did you tell someone last night that you have a wet pussy?" And I lied. I said it wasn't me, forgetting that my screen name was my first, middle, and last name. So I left, never saw him again. I guess I'm thinking about quitting Facebook at this point. Only because I'm a comedian and I have friends on Facebook, and I have friends who will write status updates that get more attention than anything I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I friended this dumbass white rapper from college recently, and he wrote some lyrics on his wall. He said, "Throwing down some jams, y'all," which is already disgusting. It's already disgusting. The lyrics were, "You know I'm not lying, I love me some tatas. You know I live free, call me Hakuna Matata." That had 28 likes. 28 people were like, "Yeah, that's a good step. That's a good next step in this guy's career. I see the new big hit coming out of D-Rizzle, look it up." I also friended a guy who I saw once on a rerun of Family Feud. That is the point of Facebook. And his status update recently was, "Going to the gym, LOL. Working on my butt muscles, LOL. No, but seriously, I live my life one day at a time with Jesus always in my heart." I'm not kidding. 88 likes. 88 likes. That's more likes than my brother got when he posted the photo of his newborn baby. So I was like, you know what? I can do this. I'm a comedian. I can write a status update. That update happened to have been on the same day that I found out a friend of mine from college had just finished up her residency. On the same day that, coincidentally, I Googled, quote, "Am I eligible for food stamps?" So I wrote that as a status update. Pretty funny. One like, that was my mom. One comment that said, "You're weird." And that had 3 likes. Feel free to delete your profile at this point. I went to a wedding recently at a fancy hotel. There were 4 gay men at the wedding, myself included. I found out the next morning that 3 of them had a 3-way. Felt a little left out of that. And one of the guys in the 3-way was in his 40s, and he had a ponytail, for fuck's sake. I told my brother, and he's like, "Well, you just don't look like a 3-way kind of guy." what the hell that means, but fair enough. I did realize, though, if I ever wanted to murder someone, I would do it at an orgy, because apparently no one would believe I was there. Like the witnesses were like, yeah, it looks like the guy, but I don't think we would have invited him to the orgy. I think he wouldn't have been on the invite list. I was sitting on, I was on the train recently, and there was a guy sitting across from me who was so attractive that it was like annoying. Do you ever see someone who's so good looking, like you kind of want them to die? Like, but I, of course, didn't say anything, and I decided to take a photo of him with my phone for later. Here's a suggestion for anyone who would like to covertly snap a photo of a stranger sitting across from them on the subway. Turn off the flash. You don't want to turn it off, because you become a gay creep pretty quickly. When the flash went off, we gave each other looks of equal levels of astonishment that had happened. And I was legitimately so embarrassed that in like the first tenth of a second, my first thought was to pull the emergency stop on the train and just kill everyone. But instead, I just said, loosen up, and then I got off at the next stop. And I walked home because I don't deserve to go anywhere. I recently I got a letter. I got a letter in the mail from myself. 10 years ago in junior year English class, we had an assignment to write a letter to yourself in 10 years. And I guess they actually pay these teachers enough to follow through on these things. So I got the letter. It was lengthy, but I wanted to summarize it for you. I thought it was adorable. So this is from me from 10 years ago. Dear Brent, well, it's been 10 years since you wrote this note. So hopefully by now you've left Michigan. Check. Started doing stand-up comedy. Hello. And met the woman of your dreams. It's adorable. I love how at the age of 17 the cold reality had already dawned on me that Michigan is one of the most economically depressed states in the country. But I conveniently chose to ignore the fact that every single one of my wet dreams had prominently featured Jonathan Taylor Thomas. The note continues. Hopefully your future wife will have an amazing personality and will be entirely open to adopting children. Let me translate that for you. I don't want to touch my wife. We'll high five once a year on Christmas Day. That's how this will go. So anyway, I wrote him back, and I wanted to read my response for you. Hey, fag. I still remember the last crush you ever had on a girl was Dominique Moceanu, who some of you may recall from the 1996 Female Olympics gymnastics team down in Atlanta. I remember you noting to a friend of yours at the time that you found her particularly attractive because, and I quote, her breasts are so small and muscular. Good luck at prom, signed Brent Sullivan. Funny prom.